Hello there! Welcome to the final day of January. Flown by this year, hasn't it? Hello there, Semi-Brick fan. Hello there, Moonshoes. Welcome, welcome. So excited. So am I to be taking a look at some of these new Lego sets. There's not a lot for February. In fact, I got everything in the fun now. I don't think I'll be able to do that again until Christmas. Christmas usually is a more relaxed period. You know, you get a few of the Christmas specials out of the way in September, and then there's not really much for November, December. Sometimes the odd big build, which I feel like probably was what Stranger Things was lining up to be, and then it got delayed, if I am correct. That does mean also in tomorrow's stream I might be gifting some members as we play through Batman, so be sure to tune in for that if you're interested and aren't already a member. Thank you to everyone who is supporting. I am going to be printing the member tiles as well. They're just down here. Still don't know exactly where I'm going to be putting them. Maybe up there. We've got some prime wall real estate up there, though I could get another minifigure display. Maybe up the side. I don't know. I'll decide that at some point. Hello there, Archer. Speaking of channel members, it's on my latest members only video. Yes, I've got few videos this month going up early instead of member only streams. I don't like exclusive member content, but members get everything early. And also over in the Discord, I haven't actually shared some of the images that the Lego I picked up yesterday. So if I remember after the stream, if not, maybe tomorrow, I'll post some pictures over there. Hello there. All right. So I've got the tub of the other pieces. This isn't hot chocolate. This is the other pieces that I didn't use on the clone mech. And just before we get into the new sets, we'll let everyone roll in for the next 5 minutes. Did I know the Clone Pilot magazine is out now? Yes, it came out on Wednesday. So we had a little look at it on Tuesday because I was sent it a little bit early. And I have it ready for this build. Right here, we'll be taking a look at new Lego sets, but I do want to finish off this Clone Pilot mech using the V-19. Lego ASMR, I guess. That was a lightsaber, a candle, and I don't know what else. Oh, a lightsaber, a candle, and a Technic spacer. One of these ones. You might also notice that the camera quality has changed a little bit. Improved, gone up, not down. Just been to the Lego store. Got Young, Lloyd, and Dareth, and Pixel. Oh, that's a solid selection. Well, when is it? How early? All right, let me check something. Before I say anything, let me just double check. We will be fixing up the arms for this, but that is not the reason we're here. Is it? It's focused. Yeah. Well, it wasn't focused. The reason we're here is also for the new February releases. Look at some of the new sets. Why is it off? Why is it off? Why is it off to the side? Hold on. Let me see if I can fix this. Why has it cropped it funny? What? It's not cropped off the bottom. Is that not half? Oh no, because it's missing the top and the bottom, isn't it? Oh, right. Well, I could show the top and the bottom. Does that help us? Or do I have to crop the left-hand side? What if I hide this? All right. I think we're onto something. Oh yes, that's what I was checking. When is Monday? Oh, I think I can share that early for people that are tuning into this stream. I can also work on it. That would be nice. All right. Once we get through some of the new releases, I don't think I can wait that long. I might reveal it in a second. Let me just slide this across. I don't think anything important shows up on the left-hand side of Lego, which is funny, actually. That's the side that the Lego logo is, so Lego would beg to differ. But here we go. Let's see if this is any better. Now you can see all the sets. There's a few new sets coming out. I think the newest, Sully, Mike and Boo, and the Supply Llama and Fish Stick. The Upscale Blue Astronaut's been out for a few days, hasn't it? That come out 2-3 days. That was with like Winnie the Pooh and a few others. The focus would be on February sets, so if there are any sets in particular you want to talk about, let me know. Yes, there'll be a Clone Trooper pilot from the Arc 170 in the magazine soon. Yes, that's coming out in March. I think it will be out in Europe next month, maybe end of February, perhaps. I think there's only like a week's difference now, and I don't know how that's come about. Oh, I got myself playing back. Let's get rid of that. Though the pilot now is the clone pilot that's in our mech. It is the V-19, that one. Let's pop them out. This is the clone pilot in the magazine right now, and then in 2 months' time, I think it's the red helmeted pilot. It's this guy. In 2 months' time, after the Night Trooper, and then hopefully we see a few more clones. I forgot in my prediction video last year that we got more clone pilots in 2025. Is the camera's a little choppy? Let's hope the internet don't go down at any point. It's been real bad lately. Crazy bad. Like I've been struggling to record videos just because my computer is not running. So tomorrow's gonna be fun. Oh no, not the crown. I decided the crown's actually handy to be on 2 studs. I had a mock. Ooh, this is going back. I had a mock that for the cockpit, rather than lifting it up, you just pop off the entire thing. That's not meant to happen. And I quite like the ease of access that provides. So I'm going to keep that for this one as well. Let's pop that back on. No one needs to know that. Oh no, I've messed up with the angle, haven't I? Have I? Maybe. I don't know. Have the Night Trooper right now. Yes, Europe do have the magazine a bit early. I guess then the next clone pilot for many of you will be next month, only a month away. That's pretty fun, isn't it? More clone troopers in the magazine. Ooh, before we get to building any stickers, I've created a little riot shield. So this is one of the things that I've improved before we get to the BAM. I want to get the Republic logo on this riot shield, and these are going to be the weapons. A hammer with one of the engines on the front and a riot shield, and then also detailed the legs just a little bit. We've got, I don't remember what pieces I've added. I think I've added these bars, although I remember doing that on the stream. And then we've got a few other engine accessories, because I feel like the legs are kind of the accessories. We've got the third fin, which are the engines. So the legs are the engines. This third fin is the shield. I guess there's a third engine, which doesn't quite make sense. And then we've got the other 2 side wings coming out the side. So that's what we're going to be working on in the background. But before we get to any of this, let me go grab some minifigures that I may or may not have picked up on the Build a Mini. I'm only going to show you 2, but Pixel is a great minifigure, and had to go with Dareth, didn't I? I want to switch the legs out to dark brown, because I realised that he does wear dark brown legs in the show, and also has a dark brown mask quite a bit later on. We're like midway through season 7 right now, so these 2 characters were a must grab. And then I didn't get, what was the other one? You got Lloyd. I didn't get Lloyd. I'm not going to spoil the third minifigure, but I quite like it. It's a good one. I think all the minifigures were a good one. Wonder if you can use the red space baby to make a big red spaceman. The parts, you'd need a, I was going to say pick 'em build or pick a brick order. It'd be some pick a brick order. It'd get the £50 delivery. You could do it with a space baby. The sizes of the helmet are a little off as well. I think it would be easier to use the blue instructions and try to upscale that. This is only coming out March, a lot of these. March 1st, and blue. I'm surprised they didn't do Benny. I'm a little surprised they didn't do Benny, but I think this appeals to a few more people than just the Lego movie. And the robot fits inside the head. Nice old style robot. which is always welcome in a Lego set. Let's get these stickers on. Which way do the engines go? I guess we can always flip it as long as we line it up straight. Looking forward to the big blue spaceman. I mean, look at it. What's there not to love? As soon as the Space Baby came out, I think everyone guessed that we'd get an actual spaceman. It's kind of like the gift with purchases are teasing future sets. Does that mean with Camino next year, we might get a massive Camino built some point in the future? Oh, maybe. We had the V-19 pilot a month ago in Germany. Oh yes, the V-19 pilot. Yeah, the Arc 170 pilot is the next one. That one would be interesting to pick up. I might make a custom one. Am I going to add the new Goblin with his glider to the Spider-Man 3 set? I might do because we've got Sandman, we've got Venom, we've got let me disable this. All right, you're gonna have to let me know if the camera cuts out. I've tried to disable my end to hopefully make it run smooth. It's saying it's running smooth. Maybe it's not the compute. Maybe it's the camera. Maybe it's the camera's fault. I didn't think of that. Okay, I have to test that out afterwards. Yeah, we got Sandman, we've got Spider-Man, we've got Venom. We need Goblin and Sandman, Venom. I guess Sandman. Yeah, I guess they're the big three of the Raimi movies. Speaking of which, his new movie is not doing half bad for itself. I hear. Haven't seen it, but I hear on the grapevine. The Night Trooper. Just got 5 Lego sets on clearance for 60% off. Instead of 205, paid 84. That's winning right there. T-Rex Fossil included. That's a great set. Red Hulk. Ooh, on clearance. That's a good one. And 3 Sonic sets. Wonder if any of those are the Eggman set. The giant drill. I didn't realize that's retired. It's a Sonic Racing set as well. That's Eggman's vehicle. I say it weird. My partner keeps pointing out every time I mention it. I think every time I mention it, I say it differently as well. That doesn't help. But I definitely say it weird. Oh, this will build an arm. The arm. What do we want to? Do we want to add a joint? Hello there. Yes, V-19 Torrent Mech for the Clone Pilot, inspired by the Lloyd one, but different in its own right. Probably a lot more fragile as well. I don't like the fact. Oh, hold on. We can stand it. No, I thought we could. It needs to stand up. It needs to stand up really, just off the edge. I need a stand for it back here because it doesn't like laying down. Unless I can get something to prop it up on. Let's have a look what I've got. Oh, I do have the cleaner down here. Make sure that's empty. I could prop it up on that. That will stop the head knocking against the side. The local library held an adult Lego night. Awesome. 3 sets to make and take. Built your first F1 car. That's a great way to use sets on clearance. That is a really good way. Almost got nearly got different legs because they were playing. Oh, for Dareth. Yes. Where did I put them? Did I put them back? I did put them back. I'll get them out again later. Yeah, they're not mail and take. The minifigures on BAM are quite plain, given CMF figures and some of the other legs that they've got with all the printing. I was surprised to see all the plain Ninjago legs. Ninjago's the sort of theme I think that would just rock the build a mini section, but the torsos of I think also the character references, they got away quite easily with it. How straightforward it was. Saying that as someone who didn't have to design that many minifigures. Straightforward's probably not the word they'd use. Oh, it only goes 1 stud. Fair enough, more space. for maybe a 1x3 later if we have any of them left. I'm thinking one arm could be more Technic than the other, but do we want Technic for whatever we're deciding on the back? Because I did want to have a cannon up here. That's gonna be awkward. Gonna be awkward. We'll make something work, I'm sure. And then the shield arm. Maybe we can make this into. Ooh, I'm liking that. Yes, whoever thought that, good idea. Then you've got different legs. Guessing the torso print on the Lego Red Space Baby is the same. I don't know if it is. Let's have a little look. Lego Space Baby upscale. Upscaled Space Baby. So this is a 2x4. Oh wow, that's bigger. That's 6 bricks wide. So it's about 50% upscaled on the bigger one. So you would need completely different parts. Like the helmet is 2 domes and an arch, whereas on the big one it's 2 domes and 2 arches. So it's only a stud bigger in the head, but the torso's over 2 studs wider in terms of like the important parts. And the head itself is only, these printed parts are 4 wide, whereas this is a 6x4 slope. If I remember from some of the other, like Brickbeard, similar size to that. That's actually quite a big difference on it. Already had Eggman. So you pick Knuckles Mech, built that, that's a good one. Shadow's Bike is a classic as well. And the Tails boat. I like the launching feature on Tails' boat. Solid pick. What other Technic pieces do we have? I want to use one of these to hold on the shield because we can get, say, something like that, and we can get this on the back and we can attach it straight to the arm, and then that will fold out. We won't need another joint for the arm. And I think these blue pieces have friction ridges, which will be the easiest way of getting that done. Red Hulk set was only 24.5. What? In any currency, that's a great price. I think in pounds, that was at least 40 quid. So that's crazy. You could add the yellow taxi set from the Lego City. I saw someone like day 2 add the yellow taxi, which I think they added the Marvel yellow taxi because there's another yellow taxi set. That was cool. I do want a yellow taxi now, just for that addition, because it sits quite well on top as well. I guess you'd need an MJ. 2 for 15. The taxi at Argos. Get that and Plo Koon Starfighter. Oh wow, that's a combination. That is a combo. We don't want it. Oh, we don't want to misalign them. Oh, 5 studs wide. Yeah, we want it further to the right, and then maybe some of those white slopes to camouflage the black. We don't want too much to stand out. Not going to be able to remove this though if I change my mind. Once this is down good. 1x4. It was the one from the Bugle. Oh, I thought they used the one from, is it Strange's? No, not the Bugle. What one did I think? Does the Avengers Tower? It was like a gift with purchase, I think. That's the one I was thinking of, but that makes a bit more sense coming from another Spidey set. Must have been a massive Spider-Man fan. Ooh, I might flip this upside down. That way, it might be easier to decorate with some of these slopes. Let's find the other white one. And then any plates left? No, not. I mean, this one. Bit bulky for an arm though, isn't it? It does center it. Oh. It does. It does center it. Maybe we just go with one. Let's see if we can even get a third brick in there. That'll help. I keep looking over to my left screen for chat, and it's just not there. That's not the right one. Haven't had a chance to pick it up. So, yeah. Only other one is the Avengers Tower gift with purchase. That's what I thought it was. I got there, yes. Beat you to it. Somehow beat you to it. And then this is double jointed. This arm might be able to be a bit shorter, but I don't know if we've got enough parts to shorten it. Barely have enough parts to fill it in the first place, let alone shorten it. How strong's this? Good enough for us. And then, ooh, we need a longer Technic brick, and we don't have a longer Technic brick. We don't have much Technic. Not compared to what I thought we had. Get some of these non-whites out the way. That sounds terrible. No, not like that. Get some of these tan pieces. We want as many white pieces for the other side. Oh dear. That's why people prefer videos to streams. You can cut that bit out. I don't think this is going to hold. No, not if it's out and you let go. It just drops with your hand. All right. Well then, we'll have the shield just fold out on one dimension. How about that? Bought Cole from Dragon's Rising with the cool red sword. Yes, I have seen someone build those red swords, and I really like that, but that mold is crazy. I don't even know what it's about. I haven't got Dragon's Rising. I haven't got to that yet. Almost at season 8, which I'm excited for. That's going to be good. Oh, these will be easier to work in. Only if we have 2 of them, and yes, we do. Prefer streams? Yes. The environment on streams is don't tell any of the video watchers this. If you watch videos and streams, thank you so much, but don't tell the video watchers this. I do prefer streams. They are more interactive. They're fun. They are very fun. Oh, maybe another 2x3. Let's see what we got. No, it's a tile. It's a tile. It's a trap. Does this? No, because that sticks out the exact same. All right, let's get fancy with it. That will clear it. I just want to make sure the arm can support the weight, because I don't feel like these ball joints, considering it only takes 2 of these ball joints to hold up a leg, which holds up the entire blue space astronaut over here. This guy in the leg is held up by 2 ball joints. They don't really show you how it's built. It's the same as any other upscale character. Minifigures have their own line. Oh, I guess when you whack the key rings in it, that makes sense. All right, come on, let's see how long. Oh, look at that. Look at that bar racing across the top. For the freehand drawing and signatures, we can draw like a moustache. Is this a new tool? All right, let's mess around with this a little bit. We can get it poking its tongue out. Well, that's not red. That's not red, is it? Maybe there's no filler tool. What they need to add next. Oh. Pull out in tongue. Anyway, let's find the legs. I think they're one of the. Oh no, you make the torso first. In the legs. Wait, they don't have. Are these just rigged in? Oh, it's on the hip piece. Okay. Here we go, 2 ball joints holding it on. Two of these. That's all that hold on each of the legs. And considering this don't feel too strong, I guess it is on an axle, whereas this is on a Technic pin. That's what needs to change. We need to put it on an axle instead. We do have axles. Don't know if we have enough for the depth of this, but it does mean we have to break apart the build. I don't mind that because this shoulder has the little Technic element in it that I'm not too fussed about. Like if we got rid of that, I don't think that's too much of a problem. And we do also have a bit more space then. Fill in the rest. We want to secure it down. Maybe a 1x3 on the outside doesn't hurt anyone. Let's see what we can conjure up. So that's 1, 2. What axle did they use? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then they have an extra little bit sticking out the side. That does seem a little extra. So if they had 6, that's the grey one. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we can get away with a 5 if we've got a stopper on the end because it is only one arm. And yeah, the Spaceman, all of these figures are built the exact same. And when I say the exact same, obviously they look a little different. They're not built, you know, the upscaled Darth Vader isn't going to have a blue space helmet on, but well, I don't know. I'd love to see a blue Darth Vader. Someone build that. Someone build that when the set's out. Maybe I will. But the mechanisms behind all of these upscaled characters are all the same. I think Lego could switch it up a bit more. The torso doesn't need to be so Technic heavy. And along a similar note, we do need an extra little bit. Nice to know. The what else doesn't need to be? The torso. Oh, the head is quite brick deep. They've kind of sort of that as well. A lot of domes used, I think, which don't help the case, but there's no way they can get some of the rounded shapes. That is hard. Other than Morrow, that's the only redesigned Ninjago thing you've got. Other than Morrow. Oh, forgot I could draw here. Ooh, you will subscribe. Let's get rid of that. Morrow is who I'm thinking of. Let me just double check. Oh, not like Star Wars. Yeah, I've got a really cool idea for a Morrow because I have a few of the other. I have a few ghost characters from Ninjago actually that I could use parts from. Because I don't think I own Morrow. Maybe I do. Maybe I'm just forgetting him. And he's somewhere floating around my collection. But I don't think I do own a Morrow minifigure. So I'll probably make a custom one. Because I want to add a few more translucent pieces in there. Lego Ninjago do such a good job with minifigures. I'm constantly saying how... Let's bring up that mech. It's not a February set. But it is a new set coming out. The Lloyd Titan mech. See if I can find that. Hello there, Owen. Welcome. The Titan mech for the 15th anniversary. The minifigures that come in this, I haven't looked at. I know there is that anniversary figure. We do get a look at on one of the Ninjago pages. But I don't think we get too good a look. And also, Lloyd's Titan mech. No, I haven't seen this guy yet. So they're probably coming up towards the end of the main run, because that's what the 15th anniversary seemed to be. I've seen a lot of the Blacksmith in Season 7, but we get Lloyd, they don't need to show off the minifigures. If this was a Star Wars set, there'd be like 3 images dedicated to just showing off the figures. But they're so confident that the figures are going to be great, because they always have been with Ninjago. Even a bad Ninjago minifigure is considered a decent Lego minifigure. There's no other theme that works for. No other theme whatsoever. Which way did this go around? Maybe that way is better. And then there was a tile as well. Here we go. There's not one theme. Not even City. A bad City figure is just is just a like decent figure. Does Plo Koon's Delta come? Does Plo Koon's Delta from Revenge of the Sith have the Republic logo on the left wing? Base your mocks on Kenobi's. Does it? That's a good question. That is a good question. Best way is to load up Disney Plus, go to Revenge of the Sith and have a little look. But it doesn't seem to. It doesn't. And Plo Koon's Delta, oh, I guess Kenobi's Delta. Yeah, I know why. I know why. It's because, and they say about this in one of the deleted scene moments from Revenge of the Sith. I'm pretty sure there's an official clip of this being said. It's along the lines of Plo Koon's Delta wasn't meant to be Plo Koon's Delta. Simple as that. It wasn't meant to be a Delta. It was meant to be an Eater, which is the model that, do they use it in the end? I know Plo Koon's interior is an Eater interior. They never finished designing the digital Eater. So they had the Delta and it was coming up to the movie's release. Either budget cuts or not enough time. They just didn't have the power to make the to make the digital. I mean, nowadays they'd just recolor one of the other models, but they didn't have the ability for Plo Koon's Eater and decided with a Delta, so it doesn't have a lot of the finer details, and they've missed out the logo. That's a good eye. I didn't notice that, and now you know. Who's the figure in Lloyd's Titan mech? I don't know. I'm sure someone's probably got their hands on a review copy by now, right? Like, this is coming out in a month's time. Someone's got to have already seen it. Oh, I tell you what. I think the wiki. I haven't looked at this yet. Oh, there's going to be so many ads, isn't there? All right, this is your warning. There are going to be ads popping up. Ah, I won that game. Here are the minifigures. So we've got Grimfax. No idea who Grimfax is. Hold on, hold on. That's Master of Ice. Did we know that? Yeah, the Master of... Oh, they're not included on the Ninjago page yet, are they? Because the set's not come out. I think that's what it is. I can't remember now. There is a Ninjago 15th anniversary page. And they have all of the figures. 15 years of Ninjago. Scroll straight past it. Here we go. So you got the Benton. I don't think they had the names. When I was last here, they didn't have the names. But that was like January 1st. The former Master of Earth, Benton. Libba, the former Elemental Master of Lightning. These were in... all these characters are quite relevant in Season 7. Spinjitzu Master, creator of Ninjago... of the Ninjago world. You've got Young Garmadon, the Master of Destruction. Young Wu, the Master of Creation. Mystery Master, which is Hibernus. Fancy. Hibernus, the Master of Ice. And then the Master of... See, Fire and Water have come in a set, so it's not going to be them. Who do we think the final Mystery Master is? Is it the previous Master of Green? What if it's the Fuchsia Ninja? The Master of Surprise. And that's the surprise for 15th. That's... What, is that a set coming out April 1st? That just doesn't feel right. Anyway, yes, this is the Ice Master. There's a better image. You can see him. Door molded legs. Come on, Lego. Lego. Same thing with Star Wars. Door mold those legs, please. For a special figure as well. This is a collector's piece. You could add it to a nice little scene, but I think it's mostly a collector's piece. And then you're probably interested in the other minifigures. Grimfax we've slightly seen. I like the helmet piece. dual molded with some trans blue on the front. Don't know who this. It looks like one of the ice. Oh, what are the ice people from Game of Thrones? Never watched it, but it looks like the Winter is Coming peeps. Does that make sense? Or have I mixed stuff up now? It looks like the ice warriors from Game of Thrones. That crack on the torso. Oh wait, is what? Is that why his arm's down? That's not a great mark. That is not a great mark. Let's have a little look. I think lighter colours would show up better. So Kenobi's torso, nothing. Absolutely nothing there. It's from where the arms have been put in the factory. Normally there is, I'm surprised with Kenobi, normally there is a hairline fracture and you can see at least like a mark where it's been stressed or where it's come out the mold. Same with Ventress. I think there's a little mold, like a little line there. Normally that's what all minifigures have. I guess Kenobi's rocking a PSA 10, but that's nasty. That's an actual crack by the depth of it. Ooh, oh look, on the leg. On the leg's what I'm talking about. That's normal. That's not a crack, but that. Ouch. Lloyd gets away with it, and a Legacy Lloyd is this? This looks like an early on suit. So when was this guy? Am I forgetting something? Surely not. You'd let me know if I was, right, chat? Maybe this isn't a canonical fight. I'm trying to think of all the mechs that we've seen. Not as many mechs as I remember seeing on shelves, but I think it's because Season 7's still quite early on. Overall, a pretty good set. Wow, surprised that that price is so low, given all the increases recently. And I do quite like the display. There's a better look at the shield and sword. That's a good one. And we got one more Mystery Master. I do hope it's the Master of Surprise. I think that would be the perfect mystery figure, especially if they can keep it a surprise for so long. I think it being, yeah, I just think it's too perfect. It's too perfect that we've theorized it and now Lego aren't going to do it. We've ruined the chances. Sorry, chat. No Fusion Ninja yet. Closest we can get is the red washed Zane. Besides that, I think there's been another. I think maybe we didn't get a minifigure of him. There's been someone else in pink though. Might have been one of the other Elemental Masters that popped up for a few moments. Alright, let's get rid of this extra little bit and we'll use that for a hand to go over the hammer. That'll be nice. Any other new sets that we want to take a look at? There's a few of the Pokemon ones coming later this month. We've spoken about those already. I think we've covered them pretty well. They're not great sets. Not for the price. They're collector's items. They're not great sets. What I'd be interested in knowing, if anyone does get them early, if you've seen any reviews, how the build is. Because being so expensive, the build has got to come through. The build is everything at that price. If the build isn't enjoyable, if there's UCS 8080 had that one mistake in the, was that the one with the mistake? I know it had a few mismatched parts, but it did have a mistake, didn't it, in the instructions? And a few UCS sets have been known to have a few mistakes or errors or misprinted parts, like Star Trek. Star Trek, a couple £100 set that is the only Star Trek set made as of today, and it come out with a misprinted plaque. How do you mess that up? I would never. I couldn't. Not when there's that much money on the line as well. That was crazy that they didn't get that right. That was insane, but what are you going to do? Not like it lost them any IPs. Lego gets away with so much. It hurts sometimes. The amount of things they get away with. It is crazy. We could have an extended arm if we could line up the angle. Maybe that's what this is. Maybe this is an arm. Maybe we've got a black glove. I like the sound of that if I didn't put down those pieces. I don't need them both back now. We do have the newer ones. We've taken a look at the blue Spaceman, and I'll be back next month to take a look at all of these again to refresh our memory. But I do want to take a little look at the brickheads. There's something special about the brickheads this time round. In fact, let's put it all up. Even the bust, the flowers, the demogorgons over here. I can just see that already. Schumacher we'll start with. I'm not really into the cars, as you all know by now. The F1 car, it looks good. Great display if you're a fan of F1. This set is probably golden. This set is a really good one. But it's, again, a display piece. It's not really for the average collector, so I don't see it being a popular set, but people that want this set are going to pick it up. No worries about it. Full price, 80 quid. This, if you've got any other like F1 memorabilia, this is the sort of set that you sit in the middle of it. And that, it shines through, I think, being a model set. Now these brickheads. Let me know what you think about the brickheads, because this is the first time brickheads have been sold. We can do a 360. There's the back of them. First time brickheads have been sold without, maybe it's not the first time. One of the first times brickheads have been sold without printed elements. Nothing special about these brickheads. No offense, guys. You know, I love Monsters Inc. They're great brickheads, but they can be parted out, which you never could say about Lego brickheads. The whole point of brickheads is picking them up in store. F1 looks like the very first official F1 car from 2004. It is the F1 2004. Let's bring that back up. Nope, whatever I pressed, that's the one. It is. It's the, oh look, F2004. It's in the name. It's a good car. The fact that the car has a load of like stickers, probably printed parts as well. Again, no one that I know has built it, so I can't say for sure, but I'm pretty sure they'd put a few printed parts in it. Make it exclusive, so you have to pick up the set, have to get the minifigure. These brickheads can be parted out. Might be a few recolors in green. There best not be that 1x1 clip though, just exclusive to the 2022 advent calendar for Star Wars in the gunship build, because that's a fun little tidbit that I like to point out every time I can. The fact it's still not come out in a Lego set. I wonder how long I'll be able to say that. Here we got a glove. And then, how would this hold the hammer? Oh, because if this is sticking out and this goes up there. Oh no, yeah, that's how it holds the hammer. Oh, well, that was easier said than done. Easier done than said, maybe. But now confusing. Mike Wazowski. How many other brickheads are we yet? Because Monsters Inc. came out. Sorry for anyone that grew up watching Monsters Inc. 2000, was it? 2001. It's as old as I am. And I'm not old, so it's not old. But wow. How old's the voice actor for Sully then? Because he was in a lot way before that. 73. Wow. Long career though. Yeah, this could be parted out. As it's come to Lego.com, I wonder if it's got an inventory on Brickow yet. I think a lot of the sets coming out tomorrow, oh, the sets tomorrow definitely have inventories. Do we have inventory? No, nothing on this. What's this we got coming out tomorrow? That's March. The clogs. We don't need an inventory on them. Oh, Lego have patched it. £150 for the clogs. That's more like it. Still pricey, and that just matches the dollar value that was already up on the Crocs website. Maybe they're cheaper. on Croc's website as well then. If they've gone down on Lego, they were 150. Let's see if there's any change. Nope, still 150. Same old, and that is pounds. So 16th of February, happy they're missing out on Valentine's Day. I love Crocs, I love Lego, I love the Republic, I love democracy, but I hope these flop. I hope these flop because I don't want to see more of it, and I'm sorry if you do like it. I hope you manage to get a pair before they do flop. They'll be worth a lot more if they flop. That's a good point, actually. They'll be worth a lot more. You're old, experienced. Not old, just experienced. That's what I'd tell myself. And yeah, I don't want to see more Crocs. For the Republic! For the Republic, we must destroy every Lego Croc in existence. Execute order. Destroy the Crocs. Once again, I don't know who the Crocs are pandering to. They're not going to have lists of parts. We've got smart play sets coming in March as well. Where did the February sets go? Was it just... Oh, the puppies in time for Valentine's Day. 1st of February. All right, this might have a parts list. If I can drag this across. If this doesn't, I don't think any of the other ones do. Contains 2,081 parts out of the 2,102, which means we got the printed part around the collar. I don't think there are any other opportunities for printed parts, maybe something hidden on the inside, but that does mean 2,081 parts currently available. There are 21 parts that cannot be bought. Seems that we've got, like, the eyes. The eyes, wait, there's only 2. Oh, I thought the eyes were like dome pieces. Maybe they're balls. Maybe the eyes are a new piece. Oh, no, the eyes, there's 2 medium stone grey. All right, let me bring this up. This will be handy to go through. So the pup can be parted out. Right now, the parts are worth £271.88. In new condition, the cheapest they've sold for used, which is like scraping the bottom of the barrel, you'd have to shop at multiple stores, £159.60 without delivery. Once again, Lego are coming out with so many new parts, you can't part this out. You could mock together one for under £100, and dependent on your experience building mocks, I think it should be, for an experienced builder, pretty straightforward. Not saying it's easy. That is not at all what I'm saying. But pretty straightforward given some of the other builds that I've talked about. There are some really complicated ones. Where did the other little bit? Oh, this bit. I do think it's harder to search by piece and to find value in different elements just because of how many new bricks Lego are coming out with. They're trying to upcharge for them. And I don't think it's paying off. It can't be paying off. The F1 car was the one in the 2001 set. Oh, wow. The original... Did Lego have F1 cars back in 2001? I know they had racers. But I don't think it was under that line. Let's have a little look at this one then. 8654. You know it's an old set when it's only got 4 digits in its identifier. Oh, wow. In 2005 it came out, yeah. This is a better version of what we've just got, isn't it? Or what we're getting. Is that another March set? The F1 carrier, because it just sits on the back. Where's that one? One of the city sets that I think is a bit expensive. F1 display truck with Audi F1 race car. But I think Audi is a new team. Why does that look like the Mercedes logo on the back? Maybe I'm not getting a good enough image of it. But it definitely looks like the Mercedes logo. Yeah, Audi is doing something new with F1. I think it's a new team or they're coming back into it. I can't remember if Audi were in it in the first place, but that's 40 quid. Can we get a price on this F1 truck? 2005. So it's quite a long time ago, and like 700 pieces. But of those 700 pieces, I need to bring this one up. 500 pieces. Oh wow. The 700 pieces were also bigger. So this might be more expensive. More expensive day one. Let's... Oh, here we go. $49.99 for this. And it was part of the Racers theme. Called it. I used to love the Racers. Thanks, Brickset. Nice image. Here you go. This is the image I was trying to get up. So, is that same price? No, £10 more expensive. An extra tenner would have got you this full truck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minifigures. The truck wasn't the best of builds. I mean, it's Lego. It was great back in the day. But like nowadays, if Lego put out a truck that looked like this, I think casual fans would love it. And especially like people that had this as a kid would love it because it would remind them of their childhood. But you just get so many adults complaining that, oh, it's too slopey on the sides, or, you know, there's not enough parts. Oh, I put this together in 5 minutes. Yeah, and that is kind of hurting the value of Lego, because I'd rather get a set that looks like this than a set that looks like that. I don't know, maybe Audi are doing things differently and they're not hiding their cars when they're on route, but I don't think F1 cars are displayed like this. F1 display truck. Okay, it's a display truck. What's a display truck look like? Maybe that is meant for a bit more show. They tour it round when they don't need to show it off. It's just coming up with Lego builds. I don't think an F1 display truck is a real thing. Sure, I mean, it makes sense that they'd parade them around, but maybe they'd just drive the F1 cars. Maybe they would. Yeah, F1 display truck just doesn't exist. So this is a Lego original. Well, at least they're being original. At least they're being original. Oh dear. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the F1 sets, but I'm not a big fan of F1, so I think that does make a bit of sense. This isn't the only brickheads that we've got. No exclusive parts on here that we know of. Maybe recolors, but they're going to come out in more sets eventually. And the supply llama and fish stick, which does have a little bit of exclusivity, I guess. I guess it does have a little bit of exclusivity in fish stick's mouth. I can see a lot of people, rather than picking up this set, I think a lot of people are gonna probably replace fish stick's mouth with a, would it be like a yellow hot dog? Maybe a banana even would work. It'd be a funny piece, like a banana, like a hot dog, maybe a black hot dog if they could get a yellow outline with like minifigure hands and secure that in. That might work well, but I don't think many people will be picking this up because it's convenience, isn't it? It's the convenience of this being pre-packaged in a Lego store. For someone like me, I look at this and go, nice, I will be building this llama. I really want to build the llama. And that shade of purple is a lot more common than all the others. So it will be fairly easy to part this one out. But I think for the typical Lego store goer, they see this in a Lego store and are like, oh yeah, I like Fortnite. Or they'll have a kid. Mostly they'll have a kid that likes Fortnite and they'll pick it up for them, not realizing that they could probably part out the llama alone for like £5. A lot of slopes that are worth under a penny. A lot of bricks that could be recolored on the inside. The one thing I think they could have done to save this set in my eyes is include a printed tile. I don't usually rally for printed tiles, but they could have included a printed tile in the llama's pouch. The llama's pouch back here should have had a printed tile on it. The other Lego set does. The other llama does. This big one, look, it's got the chest printed on it. This one doesn't. This one's a bit too small. Hello there, Bevel. But this 4x4 should have just been shrunk down to a 2x2. And there you go. You've got an exclusive llama. And I've got nothing to say to that. I wouldn't be able to part it out. I wouldn't be able to get that tile in any other set unless I waited for someone to sell theirs. But you know, it's a llama. I don't think many people are parting with Fortnite sets. I don't think too many are, at least. We need a better connection for this. We need a so much better connection, and I've just used up the last of the ball joints on the arms and legs. Like a stud connection would work with how secure it'd be, or something that could like go back and forth. I don't think holding it on at one Technic piece is going to be enough, unless we have a stopper. Okay, we could have a stopper here. We could have a stopper. Let's see if I can work something into it. I think brickheads with their exclusive parts. I know there's the other side of the coin. People want to be able to collect all the brickheads, and they don't want to be spending like a tenner per pop, because that adds up very quickly. But I do think Lego need to have something that makes people pick up the sets. And for a set as cheap as these, it's a lot easier to part out sets. And I'm usually a fan of parting out sets. I love to part out quite a few of the sets that we've built here on the channel. But for brickheads, some of the joy of it for me was having that exclusive part, the Sith eyes in Star Wars, or like Cody's parts. We've parted out a lot of them. But if you're able to part them out this easy, like what's the point of picking this up in store? What's stopping you from just parting out this and the Monsters Inc. pack? I can't say it's worth 20 quid when you, and especially the llama and fish stick. I see what Lego are doing here. That's smart. I don't fault them for that. They put two fairly popular characters. It'd be like whacking Peely in with... That's hard, because I think everyone loves Peely. Everyone loves Peely, so who? Whacking Peely in with who? Yeah, okay. It's a bit like whacking Peely in with anyone then, isn't it? It's gonna be love no matter what. Oh, that's why it wasn't working. It doesn't fit. How was I gonna rotate this so that it would stop? Was it this hole I was thinking of putting it in? That's got them holding it up, and then it's holding out. But I need another little technicky bit, a do-hoppy. I was trying to think of a made-up word that would make sense. That didn't help. That didn't work. Oh, and similar to the V-19, we could probably even trap it in, because there's not much. There's nowhere to go. Not much space to move around in here. Maybe even get another joint up the top. Right. Let's fix that in with a brick so we can get some studs around it. Otherwise, this is just going to be very technicky. Oh, we've done the hammer the wrong way. Oh no. Let's flip this. Oh, I wish I knew that sooner. I wish I noticed that before I did the rest of it. Oh dear. Try and separate that. Oh look, a comlink. A comlink. A comlink. Comlink where? Hold on, a comlink? I could do that on the wrist. Actually, I could have a little comlink on the wrist of this figure. Ooh. That's a good idea. And then a Technic piece would keep this far enough away from the rest of the hand. I don't think I got one. Try and fit a little candle in there. There we go. And then that's the hammer out, ready to swing. On the hammer bit. I quite like the idea of that being a comlink. It's a good one. Let's see how we can Comlin, get up. So this is going to connect. Oh, gravity's not working with us today, is it? This is going to connect this way. Any bars that I can rest it in. That'll help it defy gravity. And then we still haven't attached the shield. I should probably get round to that. Oh, it goes in one stud. Let's fortify it. That's one stud and a few bricks on the other side. Oh, what? What? We all saw that, right? What happened there? It said no, didn't it? It didn't want to go there, so I will respect its wishes and just bulk up the rest of the arm as we've done the other side. We should have some longer plates for that and probably a 4 tile, I'm thinking. Maybe a little slope by the wrist. There we go. The arm works. The hammer can come up or down. Gravity should help us with that in the long run. And do I add a little speck of colour in the joint? I think the wings of the V-19, I did keep the box. They're all up by the front. We don't have any colour on the main wing. So if I use the stickers on the arm, we can get away without needing any dark red. So we want the arms. I thought we were going to use a lot of dark red here. We actually need them to be as white as possible. We have one dark red piece. No, I do want the stripes on the upper arm. We could move this up a little bit. Maybe even bulk it out. Get some around the sides. We don't have the white ones, do we? But we do have white 2x4s. All the choices, the choices. What to do, what to do. All right, I'm going to keep... No, I will add these to the top, I think. Because then we can decorate the arms so much easier. Just like that. And then a 2x4 on the bottom. We can build up the top. 2x4, 2x3. We've got some wedges up here. One would go into the arm. Oh, where are those studs? After the stream last time, I started piling up the studs because I didn't think I'd need to clear the desk. And there were 2 of these grey ones, and there might have been 2 of the black ones as well. Here we go. And then I ended up clearing the desk anyway, so all that sorting. All that sorting for nothing. Worth it still. Very satisfying. And now we've got that little dark red. We'll have the stripes on the upper arm. Move that hammer out of the way. And we can get some details on the side. So that's the hammer held up. Let's fix this arm. We don't want that flying off. And then we'll do the same but different on this arm. It's going to be covered. We could have a bit more wire and a bit of like blue on the underside, or we could, oh yeah, we got the 2x4 bracket. Not a massive fan, but in this case they actually pay off because they'll hold in a lot of the bricks on the top side. And then we did want the tiles here. Do we have any final bricks to add? We got another green one. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, that's perfect because then the shield will collapse onto that. All right. Green one it is, and a 1x5. Trying to be getting rid of those the entire build, and we're finally making use of them. 1x5s are finding their use, and now we can go wild with like blues, greys, and every other color of the rainbow. Tans. Not a tan 1x3, is there? How lucky can I get? Not that lucky, apparently. There could be. Oh, there's a 1x3 bent piece. 1x3 in white. Okay. Keep things smoothed off. And then same design, different arm. Oh wait, we've built this arm the wrong way round, haven't we? Because the arm should be on the underside. Whoops. I can't wait to stand this thing up and finally stop it just collapsing that headpiece. And now we can whack this on. Good thing we noticed that. There we go. All right, what other sets we got? We do have a gift with purchase. Penguins in Love for Valentine. Penguins in Love isn't going to be around for Valentine's Day. 6th of the 2nd, 2026. That's not good. Wait, so is there another Valentine's gift with purchase? This isn't part of a series. They're not doing series this year. It comes with a few nice pieces on the belly. But no, it reminds me of the Squishmallow piece, actually. They could have done an exclusive rubber element. I guess they probably couldn't have done. Lego don't own the right to it. But the Squishmallow characters, my fiance has a few of them, have a squishy rubber belly. And it looks like this. My partner actually pointed out when we were in the Lego store, I think they had a poster of this. And she said it looked like the same element, but it's all brick built. I wish it was the same element. It looks so much better. This mechanized hammer is terrifying. It looks cool, and then it swings down, and the fact that it can actually swing as a play feature is really fun. All right, let's try and stack this up. I only had like should stack a few coasters or something, or try an angle. Maybe we need to build out the back. Before we add the shield on and decorate the side, the back's looking empty. We need to stack that out. We've got plates on plates on plates. They stick out. Oh, wait, they stick out. They don't stick out if they cross the top, so we just need to fill that side gap. Maybe with like 1x8s. Do we need anything on the underside? That looks good. We could maybe grey it out. I don't want to use too much grey. I go quite grey happy on this. Need to get some posts of videos. Oh, need to get some of your mocks up. Got so many made. Yeah, you gotta start sharing them. Do it. Do it. Don't let the community wait any longer. Do what must be done. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, these will square up nicely for the shoulders. We've actually got like a skeleton in this thing as well. Just like that with a 2 gap. And Kasplat already beefing them up a little bit. Just make sure I don't pop them all the way out. Make sure everything on the front is down properly as well. Let's not risk any of that. And then I'm just going to press in. The shield feels right there. I can't say why. It feels right, and it holds up. It holds up. Yes. Everything we wanted and more, and we got a few Technic pins in the side as well. We can get like a few extra bits, but we'll sort that out afterwards. So the mech is meched up right now. This is a V-19 mech. We just got to fill in a little bit more on the back. And hopefully not break anything in the process, because that's not good. Not good if we do any of that. Can't believe that this set, it looks so cool as well. First off, we need a series of these. This is the season. What we got the lovebirds. This is just like that. Even with the base. There's a few that I haven't built. This is a collection I do want to complete one day, and I think it will be a few years before I complete them. I really do. I think this will be something that I just order a few parts I don't have over time. But there is a picnic. I think it's a hedgehog. I think they're hedgehogs. There's Okay, it is loading, just a bit slow today. This is it, Hedgehog Picnic Date. It went down to £5. Shame I never saw that in store. And there's another one. So this is secretly a part of the seasonal displays. You'll notice the base in the background is formed like a little love heart. You've got one of the rounded sides, then you've got an 8x8 and another rounded sides, which was the seasonal display base. It was a half circle, 8x8, half circle. This is on there. The penguins are on there. And there's another one that was sold alongside this. I can't remember. If this is only just retired, it says retiring soon. It retired New Year. Lego still haven't updated it for most things. What if we sort by newest and find the oldest? Oh yeah, there's a few keyrings. The bus is finally retiring soon. I think that's also probably meant to have retired. Still quite a few of them in Lego stores, but you know, that doesn't mean anything. We've still got a load of retired sets in some of the biggest Lego stores up London still have retired sets. Very rarely, but and they're not Star Wars sets, you know. Those sets are selling out if they go on sale. There's still a few. I don't see a clearance section. Like we saw at Blue Water, there's no clearance section. Oh, they got the house dinosaurs. Oh, display kit. Oh, this is going way back. I can't remember the other Hedgehog Picnic Date. Maybe if we can sort by 50 sets, we get rid of all this extra bits, we might be able to see some of the other sets that are retiring alongside it. Because I can't remember. Oh, wait, it was an Easter one. It was an Easter bunny. Oh, hold on. Love Bears. Let's analyze the base. That's a half circle. Oh, no, it's not quite. It's too small. It's too small. This is probably a similar size to the Brickhead's base. Look, it's got not even a half circle. It's a quarter circle with 6 studs between the quarter circles. So that one doesn't count. I think there was an Easter one. This one, Spring Animal Playground, also adds up to 2 half circles with an 8x8 in the middle. So I need to get the squirrel and the chick to add to the collection. And this one's got quite a nice little like play frame with it as well. £3.29. Where were these deals? This actually £3.29. I might have seen that one. There was one of these other sets that I was going to pick up the new year with a few of the new sets, but it went out of stock when I went to order it. But there we go. There's a few more sets that you can add to your displays. Maybe we'll mock out the display so we can add the bears, because they don't look like they've got a lot of room on the bottom there. It's a fun little sub collection to have. If we swing that plate round the corner and have the hearts between them, and the little nest as well is this. A few stones, maybe that's an egg in the middle. That would be a great display to have. So maybe we've got our 4 seasons. We've got Valentine's Day. We got Valentine's Day. We got Valentine's Day and spring. February, April. Can we justify spreading these out? If I build the penguins is wintry, snowy. Maybe we'll come back and build the penguins at Christmas. Hedgehog Picnic Date. You only have a picnic not for Valentine's. Not in the UK. It would be pissing down with rain and no sun to be seen whatsoever. So this is a summer set. Love Bears. Valentine's, bears. It's not Year of the Bear. What holiday do bears relate to? Bears are scary. Halloween? Yeah, I think this one would have to be built for Valentine's. Maybe we'll see if we can... Maybe a bear will show up in Mall Shadow Lord and we can build this for that. And then we got Spring Animal Playground. We'll get them all built. What else do we have? Winnie the Pooh. Oh, Winnie the Pooh. This is a good... I love the builds that can be opened up and like For anyone that doesn't build Lego, that sounds so weird. That could be opened up. Their insides can be pulled out, sprawled across the floor. These sort of builds that give you nightmares for a week. You know the sort that I'm talking about. These builds, the honey pot specifically, can be opened up and has a little scene on the inside. First off, the bees though. Let's talk about the bees. Not the birds, just the bees. There's another set that has bees in it. I can't remember what that set is. What other set has bees in it? They hibernate winter until autumn. Oh, maybe they hibernate through winter and autumn. Maybe we do like a hibernation when bears go into hibernate. That's a good call, actually. I like that. I like that idea. We can squeeze them in this year, even if we don't get them built for Valentine's, which I don't think I'm getting them built for Valentine's. There's so much more I need to build this. Well, I don't need to. There's more I want to build. I do want to get building this month, so. And then March, we've got the smart play sets as well. I want to build a lot of those. Pooh Bear, yes. I like the way they've done Pooh Bear. I think Pooh Bear as well, just as a character. They've done Pooh Bear and there's a Piglet. We'll look at Piglet in a second. If they've done Pooh Bear and Piglet, when are Tigger and Eeyore? Because Eeyore's my partner's favourite character. Tigger's my favourite character. I used to have a backpack that was like one of the best backpacks I've ever seen. The Lego backpack only beats it because it can be folded up. But this backpack was Winnie the Pooh in a Tigger costume. You could pull down the hood and everything. You had to zip him open to put stuff inside it. But this backpack was amazing. And yeah, the set kind of reminds me of it. Not in backpack way, but just looking into Pooh's face. I love the way they did Pooh's face. I don't like a lot of Lego faces, but I think Pooh's face is spot on. It is. It's spot on for Winnie the Pooh. We don't get a good look at the interior through the the rendered images. There's enough space for Winnie with a serviette. It's an exclusive minifigure. I think Eeyore's the same. Still that sandy blue. They could have done with a grey one just to make it exclusive. But it's a nice way to get Eeyore as a bonus character. And also, I don't know what the interior is. Oh, there's the clocks. I think it's the inside of Winnie the Pooh's little hut. When he's hibernating away with his honey. But you can turn Winnie the Pooh into a Teletubby. Who doesn't want to turn Winnie into a Teletubby, eh? That's like the main reason Winnie the Pooh is a Lego set, right? To become a Teletubby. That's why Lego are doing this. They are canonizing Winnie the Pooh Teletubby mode. It's one of the weirdest parts of this entire set. But I do like the fact there's that reference in the belly of Christopher Robin, Tigger, Winnie the Pooh, Piglet on Eeyore, which until seeing this I didn't realise I need in minifigure form. That would be amazing. They come out with an Eeyore that has a few studs on the back so you can fit Piglet. Or like down the line, I'm sure they'll come out with Roo and Kanga. If you can fit those on. Is Kanga the name of the adult kangaroo? I just assume because Roo is named Roo, Kanga is Kanga. I don't know if that's right though. Let's not upset Winnie the Pooh fans. Yeah, you thought Star Wars fans were bad? No, I'm joking. Winnie the Pooh fans are probably the nicest people on the planet. What other parts? Give me parts. Give me parts. Smart Pooh. These are the sort of sets that Lego need to have a little space for. Just hollow out the torso. And then, if a Winnie the Pooh set comes out, then they can sneak it in there. Sell a few tiles separately. But no, this isn't anything to do with Smart Brick. I will say the crotch is one piece. That's something. That's something. The same piece that's used for Grogu's pod, Kanga and Roo. Very smart naming. I love that because it's easy to remember. And I struggle to remember a lot of the names, so I appreciate that. Kanga and Rue. Where, oh where could I pair these? Oh, I love those stripes. Yes, but we don't have 1x3s if I fill the corner with this. Also, there's only one of these. But we didn't use it on the shoulder, so maybe I've used this elsewhere. That's odd. That is odd. Ooh, nope, both the same side. That's why we haven't used those. I'm realizing now we've got some 1x3s. I'm going to include a clip on the back down here to hide a pistol for the clone pilot. The clip has a hole in it, and we get the pistol just in the back, which camouflages with the black of the element. There you go. No one will ever know it's there except for you and me. No one else needs to know. Let's get these shoulder stripes in. Then we'll find a way to fill the top. Actually knew a kid named Roo. Interesting. Wonder if they were named after Winnie the Pooh Roo. I don't see there being many Poohs. Or even Tigger. Tigger being a tiger, just, it's too close. Too close. Eeyore is the name is the sound a donkey makes. Not really a name. Piglet, again, baby pig. Roo works. Kanga, I think Kanga's not the greatest. There's a reason they named the kid Roo. I think Roo is no offense to any Kangas out there watching, but Roo is the better of the two. I did mention there's a piglet, and yes, I think Tigger is a good candidate for the next one. I think Eeyore's up there as well. I think the four of them would make a nice display. I think if Lego make any more of these characters, it will be marketed towards the people that picked up the first two. Something you don't see a lot of in the images is this. None of the other sets that I've come across for February, March, at least of this year, I know a few of the early January ones had the same thing, have been paired together with similar sets. These two are coming out alongside each other, so easier to line this up on Lego's side, but we need to see more Lego sets next to each other. Because seeing these side by side, I'd want to pick it up more than if I just saw one of them on a shelf. But you walk into a Lego store and you see Winnie the Pooh's a bit pricey, £140, but it looks good. It looks good for the model. Again, 139, 1,399, 139.99. There's like a little secret 9 down here. That's satisfying. I love that. But even Piglet, $34.99. If you're picking up Pooh, you might as well pick up Piglet. Piglet comes with Piglet. It's a cheaper set, so there's only that one figure in it. But these were exclusive to the Treehouse for most of these. There's been a few different Winnie the Pooh sets. If I spell Pooh right, does it come up with all of them? We got the Eeyore brick heads. I don't think we got any other Winnie the Pooh brick heads. This seems to be all of the Winnie the Pooh stuff. So we got the characters here. Winnie the Pooh is still exclusive to the Treehouse, unless you've tried to pop off the keychain, which, fair enough, I think the Treehouse was worth a lot more than a £5. It was close, but it was a lot more than a £5. Hello there, Mark. And then you've got Piglet, which might be a slight update. I guess, no, it's probably the same minifigure. Pooh's got the serviette. You can always colour that in if you want a red jumper. We've got Eeyore in this set as well. Because Eeyore has a brick heads and Eeyore is in the Pooh set, I do think it would probably just be a Tigger. I don't see Rabbit getting a brick built character or them doing Owl or like Kanga, Roo, any of those. So I'm waiting for the Tigger set to be announced. Getting a Lego Marvel set tomorrow. Ooh, which one? There were some older Winnie the Pooh sets back in 2010. I think they might have... No, Duplo was here. Older Winnie the Pooh sets. Ooh. let's have a little look, see if we can bring this up. They do have quite a long Brookpedia article. I wonder if there were more Duplo sets. It strikes me as something that would have more than just the one. Yeah, there were a lot of Duplo sets back in the day. Well, this Winnie the Pooh is different to that. It's more... How do I describe this? How do I... Oh, I could just pop up the image, couldn't I? Let's have a look. Yeah, this is horror movie Winnie the Pooh here. No, it don't look bad. I think it's permanently set down, and you do get the honeybee and some honey and baguettes to dip in the honey. Oh, I haven't had dinner today. I am starving. I want some baguettes and honey. I love bread. I love bread. I love honey. Oh, I've never had honey bread. Honey bread? That sounds like a recipe. Anyway, we're not here to talk about food. Honey bread is a type of bread that uses honey as a primary sweetener as opposed to like sugar. Ooh, all right, I'm going to be making honey bread at some point. We've also got a new London bus. It's a bigger bus. This is what I didn't realise. It's a bigger bus than the older one. The older one was £9.99 and only 4 bricks wide. This is actually a really nice model. I thought they got rid of the tan. They didn't. It's going to Leicester Square instead of Baker Street, and they've updated the stickers on the side. There's no brick horror movie. There's a few British landmarks. I think they're all in London though. They're all nearby. And then on the other side, we've got I Heart London. Honey on bread is great for a sore throat. Oh yeah, I must have had honey bread at some point for a sore throat. I feel like I've gone through a few. Let's have a look at this set. Epic battle, Hulkbuster versus the Hulk. This is awesome. I've chosen the Sandman set over this, but not only do I like the Marvel ones, that's a recent set, that's January, isn't it? January 1st. Not only do I like these sets, and Hulk, Spider-Man, both got an epic battle, I also like the new busts, which we had a rumoured one for Star Wars. I think it was Vader. I think Vader's bust was rumoured before we then got the brick built figure. So I don't know if that's out. If that's out of the question for it. Maybe they come out at the end of last year and I've only just seen them in person. Because not every store has them. Yes, they were last year's sets. The Iron Man and the Iron Spider bust. They're quite good sets. They remind me of the exclusive Vader from the... Oh, there was a convention Vader that came out years ago. And nothing come of it. Nothing happened with it. Nothing special. Nothing otherwise either. What I'm going to do is steal this engine and maybe work it into the back here. If we have any other glowy studs, we can put them on the back. No, I don't think we do. We need some sort of engine up here. So I'll off-center them. Have the black stripes up the front. And then this will be some sort of power in the mech. Very Slave One, that. Up the shoulders. And then up like so. And then we had a triangle. I've used that. Any other slopes? Except for this one. Except for these ones. They're not going to work. I think that's our mech pretty much done. We've filled out the back by a brick. Would love to give it a bit more definition, but we don't have, unless I can run like single plates up the middle and almost greeble it, which we can do. If we can do, we might as well do. Secure some of these pieces in as well, because we have just put these bricks down. Not much thought into how solid they are. And any more of these one buyers would be greatly appreciated. That seems to be it. Seems to be it for the clone mech. Look at that. Oh no, don't look. Look away. These down. They could be down a bit more if I had a slope. I know there's double slopes. I think it's worth it just to stop it falling off. It's worth to stick it out. Or slope it the other side. Oh, we wouldn't be able to with the rounded brick. Oh, the plate. Yes, the plate is rounded off at the bottom. So we'd need a rounded plate to reinforce the angle. Okay. Yeah, this looks. Just built the Red Hulk set. Yeah. Great for the price you paid for it. For the retail price. It's not as crazy as it seems given the history Lego has with it. I think the molded creatures, that's what affects Star Wars so much. The molded creatures just add so much because they're going to be used that one time and forgotten about, and that would be it. Oh, forgot the arm stickers. Good thing we can access those arms pretty easily. Thank you. Yeah, tariffs don't help. But the tariffs haven't seemed to have affected Lego. Actually, I'd say the opposite. I'd say a lot of the tariffs going on with... I mean, it's not just America are being affected most by it. But the tariffs are actually affecting the rest of the world when it comes to Lego. It does not add up. I don't understand it whatsoever, how they've managed to figure that out. And then One Republic logo coming right up. It is odd that the white doesn't match. Lego haven't used Lego white. They've just used default like white. They've just used actual white. Lego's white is a bit of a creamier color. And anyway, we could get this piece on legally. We don't want any legal techniques. I don't think there is. But if we could get the engine on the other side, be satisfying, to say the least. I think the reason we needed this, why did we need that? Because that's no longer going the whole way through. What if we use this? Because this is what we used on the other side of the hammer. We might be able to get a double-sided hammer here. And then I like the way I'm taking them off with my hand and then sticking them onto the brick separator. Let's line this up perfect as can be. You know what? Didn't need to try. Stream luck. And have this pointing down. And there we go. We've double-sided the hammer. We've got one engine one side, one engine the other side. And when it's standing up, the reason I've left it loose is when it's standing up, we can just swoosh it. Come on, swoosh it, swoosh it. And then you can have like a little mech. So you can either beat the shield as a warning or have another mech standing here and just smack it out of the way. Which I might have to introduce this to my B2 battle droid mech that we built earlier. And there you go, stickers done as well. Not half bad. Flip the engines. Literally flipping the engines. That's satisfying when it comes into contact with a shield. Quite a satisfying noise. You might want to be careful with the dark red. I don't think many of the newer pieces of dark red have been breaking, but it doesn't mean they're not going to break. All the flowers. This is satisfying. There's a lot of little bumps. So if you don't like little bumps, look away whilst I just get this up and I'll let you know when it's clear. Oh, it's studs. Oh, they tricked me. I thought this was the new Wicket piece. I'm going to have to bring this up. I can't believe they didn't use the new Wicket piece. There's an element in this buildable Wicket. We use it for a Buzz Droid. I think they should use it a lot more. And it's in dark brown. which at the minute is exclusive to last year's Wicket and this year's Philosopher's Stone Collector's Edition. Don't know where it comes in here. Must be one of the micro scenes. Maybe it's like hair or something. 76466. Philosopher's Stone Collector's Edition. It's not on the outside. So, oh, here we go. It's a little lever. Oh, it's the Trolls, bludgeon, I think they're called. When it's in the dungeon, the bludgeon in the dungeon. And that can like lift up. Huh, okay. We need it for a minifigure scale Buzz Droid, and I thought they included a ton of them on this sunflower bouquet, but it's just studs. That's disappointing. Moving on to the guess what the bevel part. Not a beveled Lego set, is it? Oh, there you go. Bro video lol. That's like I was waiting for it to be some sort of Lego like snot acronym, Lego acronym. This right here, if this isn't a Demogorgon Lego build, I don't know what is. There was a mock that someone turned a Lego set into a Demogorgon, or that might have been a Demodog. And I'm trying to find out what mock, because it was a botanical-esque set, as I remember. But I don't know if they would have called it a Demogorgon, because, you know, licenses, and especially if it's submitted to somewhere like Rubricable, they don't allow licensed names like Demogorgon. You're not allowed to use Lego logos. And it doesn't mean you're not going to see them, but it just takes them a while to crack down. And Demogorkid. It was the Demogorkid. I love that name. Wait, Magnolia. Okay, they weren't orchids. It was the Orchid set. What was the original set like? It should come up with a picture of the set, but I thought that'd be under details. Please read. Oh, they're probably not an alternate build, but it is a modification using a few extra pieces. So this is the new Magnolia branches. This looks good on display. The sticks aren't as long as I would have thought, though. Now, considering how that one at the back's, how tall that is, it doesn't make it all the way down. This is the Orchid set, slightly bigger. Comes with a pot as well, and has actually a lot harder shaped leaves for it, and someone turned this set into the Demogorkid. That's awesome. Yeah, a load of new sets, a load of new pieces. Dark green just doesn't exist. Oh, no, we do get the leaves. Okay, I didn't notice that. I assume the joints are hard to do with just the set. You need a lot more of these brown pieces at the bottom. Probably get like 2 or 3 in there. Needs those huge green leaves, yeah. That's like most of the build up there. That's pretty cool though. I think that orchid, no, not the orchid, the Magnolia is that even coming out? That's not even coming out in February. That was just one of the new sets that have been added. Still don't have Sally's flower pot. That's a March set. Smart Plays coming out in March. Sauron's helmet. No, that one's coming out in March as well. I don't think we've spoken about this. Yeah, massive. I don't think we have. Might be the only. Oh, and then Kevin and Doug. I think we spoke about that ages ago. That was in with all the January sets. How are we feeling about Sauron's helmet? Let's see. Got a bit of time. I did collect some pieces for the. Let me clear up the mess I've already got on the desk. I'll have to sort these parts out in another part out stream coming soon. when I got the time for it. Quite a few nice pieces in here as well. Well, there was, before I threw the green elements on the floor. How are we feeling about Sauron? Oh, headphone warning for anyone wearing them. Try and do that a bit quieter. Or I could mute the mic, but you could also mute the screen until I finish with this. I think the fact the Sauron minifigure is now coming in a cheaper set, it's something LEGO always do. LEGO don't like having exclusive minifigures. They like exclusive sets. The point of LEGO is you can build anything with anything. Like, creativity is your limit. So minifigures, they do sometimes use minifigures as exclusivity, almost like chess pieces. And they're planned out like a lot of the medieval factions are locked behind quite expensive castles. And there's a reason they don't add all of them to the Pick-a-Brick online service. But for Sauron, I don't think that was ever going to be the case. I'm happy it's not a microfighter, because well, no, I'm not. I'd rather it be a microfighter, but I know fans that have picked up some of the other sets wouldn't be happy. I think the helmet. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Are you seeing? Wrong one. Are you seeing what I'm seeing with Sauron's helmet? Does that look like a Star Wars ship? Can anyone name the Star Wars ship? Oh, good question. Is there printed arms? Do we get a look at the minifigure? We do. Jury's still out on that one. Oh, don't get... I've chopped off the arms. Let's get a closer look. Maybe we can zoom all the way in. Also, red eyes. Did the other Sauron have red eyes? Maybe. No. Did the other one have printed arms? Because if so, that would keep it exclusive. Ah, and that would be an exclusive torso piece as well online. It's not really exclusive. It's just the arms that aren't. Now, how many Sauron minifigures are there? I think this is the newer one, based on the helmet mold. Oh, it's not a, oh, actually that helmet placing is a little weird then. The head of Sauron, let me double check that this is the 2024 to 2026. It is the same minifigure. Wait, did Sauron not have printed arms? I guess, how would Sauron have printed arms? You do have this figure. Do I want to know something specific? Always. Yes, let's hear it. I'm taking a look at the helmet and I found something odd with the helmet. Why? Printed arms would have been nice to have had this minifigure stand out. But I also think they already had Sauron in a more expensive set. It'd be like 3PO coming in a UCS set and then them releasing it in like an £80 set and it being a better version. No, LEGO couldn't have done that. Did they? 3PO's been in quite a few UCS sets over the years. This is the exact same Sauron minifigure by the looks, but people were saying that about Darth Maul in the mech before everyone noticed the torso was missing a layer or a few layers of printing. So it might not be the exact same version. The Sauron in Barad-dûr also had no arm printing, so it's the same. The head of Sauron, let me bring up the head. I got it here. Is not translucent and it's a black head. This black head, you see the fiery eyes don't line up with the helmet. Is this, can you let me know if this helmet is pushed all the way down? Because I like these eyes. They look like alien Star Wars eyes. They look like Nemoidian eyes that have the like lines across the middle and then they've got the red. Don't know why I was trying to show that off. I could have picked up a image of Newt Gunray or someone. Also had his mace. Oh yeah, you don't get Don't get any accessories for Sauron in this. Well, the ring. The ring is an accessory. But, you know, besides that, I think the head... Can we rotate? Can you not rotate a web page? I can rotate it on screen. Well, no, I can't rotate it, can I? Because I've just locked that in. But if you turn your head 90 degrees, if you look at it side on, doesn't it look like a droid, like a salvage ship? You know where Plo Koon's defending all the clones in the escape pod? Doesn't this look like the ship that attaches onto the escape pod and tries to like invade the escape pod? Would love to see a Sauron mech. Oh yes, this helmet would be a great like upscaled minifigure as well. The only mech that would have made sense. Has no one made a mech of Barad-dûr yet? No one. That's something that like advertise the set, make a mech out of it. That would be amazing. No, someone's mocked the back. That's the only one that comes up for the Saturn Rebrickable. I think a load of people would have mocked the back or added another, I guess another layer though, they could use the instructions. Be a bit awkward standing. No one's made a Barad-dûr mech. You could have like, oh, you could have a, what's his name? You could have a Saruman staff with the eye at the top, and that would be the mech accessory. That would be amazing. Before we move on, I've got the pieces here for the Dareth and Pixel sections of the Ninjago display, so we can be talking about the new Lego as we put these together. But a mech would be seen too many Star Wars videos to see a ship in this. Yes, if you flip it 90 degrees, let me see if Google knows what I'm talking about. Space. Add space to anything. And oh, this is the one. This is the one. I literally searched Plo Koon droid ship space, and the second image is the scene that I'm talking about. Let's see if I can get a better image. You see so this is the escape pod at the end, but you see those Sauron helmets that come in. The droid deployers, is that what they're called? Droid? Oh, let's see, droid salvage. Oh. Salvage ship. Let's put Star Wars as well. Droid, maybe it's like escape pod salvage. Oh, what's that ship called? This one. This is the one. This is the one on the right hand side. That's got the long bits like someone's helmet. I might have to just part out the helmet so that we can try and build this ship in MIDI scale. The squids with the drill. Again, if you add some hinges to that, they're the Camino squid ship. These ones, if you add some hinges to the long bits, yeah, and point out the top, you get 2 Sauron helmets, and then you can make this. You get 3 Sauron helmets, and you can make a like half life-size crab droid. That would be cool. Yeah, maybe we will have to add some ball joints. This would probably make a pretty good droid mech as well. If you could have it like standing up on its tentacle arms, and then maybe this is just a set. Maybe this is the mech. Oh, that would be cool. But yeah, this is the little grabby arm bits onto the escape pod that I can't unsee. Can't unsee it. Quite easy to build these displays now. I'm trying to make them modular. Something you'll notice if you've seen the Ninjago video is I'm not building them straight onto a 8x16 because I'm trying to make them modular so we can switch them around every time I get a few figures, and I don't have purple tiles. So I'm using these Harry Potter pieces for now. We'll get the tiles eventually, but yes, no tiles here. Where would this fit? I think that works. And then finish off the top. Oh, Sauron mech, Star Wars mechs. I love building mechs. Something about them. And originally for Ninjago, I was going to have a custom mask made for each of them. So like Pixel would have a custom purple mask, and then Dareth would have the brown mask of the brown ninja. I don't think I am going to mask them up, because that would make them look too similar, almost monochrome, a lot of the minifigures. Having the ninjas on display, I want to get like one of those old, I think it was Exoforce that had the funny hairs. Was it Exoforce? Let's see. We don't need the head anymore. Lego Exoforce was, I think the minifigures were done in a more anime fashion. Something like this. One of the newer hair pieces like this for Kai, because Kai in Ninjago looks like he's sporting something like this. So I might try and see if there's a brown one or make my own one inspired by Exoforce, because the Lego Kai hair doesn't look as Kai as it does in the show. It's a bit more up and all over the place. Maybe more recently they've matched up, and I'm not a fan of the bandana. Oh, look at that. Look at that hair. That's more like it, but even in the show, it's just a bit more all over the place. Missed opportunity to have the red eyes in the helmet. Yeah, this helmet is not on the character, is it? Regarding 3D printing, have I ever tried to print 3D figure accessories? I have. Most of them have a flat surface now because it's so much easier to get a cleaner look. But Karmas, all my Karmas are printed. All my Karmas are 3D printed. And they're not like that they slot on. They're kind of like the older ones. I have got my own design because, of course, I'm not ripping off Lego's old one. I've done bigger and better, and they work with a seat. So even if they're sat in a chair, they'll still sit down fine. There we have Pixel and Dareth. I just need to sort out the parts I'm missing for Pixel's display. There we go. With the two Harry Potter tiles on the bottom. I need to order some of those parts. I'm going to order a jumper for the middle as well, so that they look right on the display. Yeah, I think it's left leg in. Looks weird because I haven't tilted Dareth's head. That's what it is. Dual-sided head as well. When he's kicking butt with those cool ninja moves. Or doing something like that. You know, how he got all his trophies. Only makes sense. And there'll be a video coming out shortly, actually. What did I say? Monday? Hopefully the video Monday will cover everything else I got in the Lego store. Thought about weapons, but afraid the hands would crack as the scale might be too big. The best thing you can do is go too small. If you are worried about that, which is nice. It is nice. You're not just going to be breaking Lego. Get a caliper. Get a caliper and you will be able, as long as you know it's accurate, maybe not with your 3D printer, try and find a Lego brick and double check that like the width is 7.8 millimeters for a Lego brick. And once you've calibrated your caliper, it's got a P in there, then you'll be able to measure all your 3D printed accessories, same that I've done with all my 3D printed bricks and stuff that I've used for mocks that haven't existed. And then you can, you can double check that you're not harming any bricks. As long as it's smaller than a 3.2 millimeter, then it should be able to be held by a minifigure. A little sneak peek, yeah. Streams and members get sneak peeks, not just locking it behind a paywall, though I will not be adding them to my display. And I've done the same with the rest of my ninjas. Use the 2x8s. I got a ton. When I put the stack, this isn't all of them, but this is probably like 70-80% of my 2x8s that I ordered when we did the first minifigure display. So I'm going to be putting all of these to use with different ninjas, different masters, and yeah, just really stocking up that display. So at least I've already got those parts. I need to look at the arches. Purple, I've used a chi slope as well, but I think that'll be more rounding it off when we get to the end of some of the minifigures on there. So what else did... Oh, we had the Sauron head. Yeah, the red eyes. They're present on the figure and quite noticeable. That's why Lego's logo is red, because your eyes are drawn to it. The mold markings on the top as well. I don't think they've been there on the old Element. The old Element was a flimsier plastic. So maybe that's something about the new one. Seems all alone down here at the bottom of the screen. But the red behind the eyes. Everyone's going to mock that out, right? Right, little recolor. Maybe the helmet's hollow, which is why there's no red. Something a light brick could fix, with a little red action in there. And again, no Lego sets. They've got paper packaging up here. This isn't even a display piece. This is paper packaging. Who are these sets being marketed to? Is this an 18 plus, isn't it? Yeah. Do you keep... I mean, people keep Lego boxes on shelf. Yeah, I guess it's unique. It's a little bit of art. I can't fault it for that. I don't know. I don't know with Lego anymore. Some of these 18 plus sets are weird. But I like the Sauron helmet. Definitely going to be mocking that into one of those droid ships. When's it come out? March? Maybe we'll do it later on in the year. Maybe we'll do it later on in the year when there's no Star Wars sets coming out. Although January, March, May, June, July, August, September, maybe even like a special in November, they'll do another gingerbread set. We never know. We never know. But I think that is pretty much all we've got time for today. I'm going to call it there. And yeah, get to work. I probably won't edit tonight. I'll probably just go straight to sleep after eating. Thank you so much for watching. I will jot that down. So we've got the Sauron helmet into the droid salvage ship and into the Camino squid. There's so many more mocks. I'm going to have to rewatch this stream and just bullet point them all. And if you do manage to make them before me or any time down the line, please do share them over to the community. But that is all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and may the bricks be with you always.